Welcome back to Throttle Tribe. In 2025, small adventure bikes are taking the spotlight, lighter, smarter, and ready to tackle any terrain without breaking your back or your budget. This isn't about massive machines anymore, it's about real riders, real roads, and real adventures. Today, we're counting down the 7 best small adventure bikes to buy in 2025, from exciting new releases to proven trail champions. Number 7, KTM 390 Adventure R. This isn't your average entry-level adventure bike. The KTM 390 Adventure R is built for riders who want to push boundaries, without dragging a 600-pound beast through the woods. At its heart is a 373cc single-cylinder engine producing 44 horsepower and 27 lb-ft of torque. More than enough to keep things exciting whether you're tearing down dirt roads or carving through tight twisties on asphalt. Where this bike really sets itself apart is in its suspension and geometry. It features upgraded WP Apex suspension tuned specifically for off-road performance, offering longer travel and superior control compared to the standard version. Add a lightweight trellis frame and rally-style ergonomics, and you've got a machine that keeps you confident and in command on loose terrain. Tipping the scales at just 387 pounds wet, the 390 Adventure R is one of the lightest and most agile adventure bikes in its class. You also get some serious tech lean-sensitive ABS and traction control in off-road mode for better control when the pavement ends, a full-color TFT display with smartphone connectivity, and aggressive tires and a tall stance that scream trail readiness. And here's the kicker. At just $7,599, it delivers more capability than many bikes costing twice as much. Whether you're aiming for gravel, sand, or forest trails, the KTM 390 Adventure R proves you don't need a 1000cc monster to ride hard and ride far. But if KTM's bright orange flash feels a bit too wild for your taste, the next bike brings classic charm wrapped in modern performance. Number 6, Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. After years of anticipation from adventure riders around the world, Royal Enfield has finally delivered a serious overhaul to one of its most beloved platforms. The Royal Enfield Himalayan 450 is a bold, modern evolution of a global favorite, refined, re-engineered, and ready for serious adventure. This latest generation model brings the upgrades riders have been asking for, including a brand new 452cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine. It puts out just under 40 horsepower and delivers around 32 lb-ft of torque, more than enough grunt to carry gear, climb trails, and still cruise comfortably at highway speeds. Despite the leap in performance and capability, the Himalayan keeps its signature rugged simplicity. You still get that traditional steel frame, a solid aluminum bash plate, and minimalist adventure styling, but now it's paired with modern tech like ride-by-wire throttle, a TFT digital display with turn-by-turn tripper navigation, and switchable ABS for better off-road control. The suspension has also been seriously upgraded, offering over 8.6 inches of travel up front and 8.5 inches at the rear, making it ready to soak up rocks, ruts, and just about anything else in your path. A 21-inch front wheel, dual-purpose tires, and respectable ground clearance ensure it stays true to its backcountry roots. Weighing in at around 432 pounds wet, the Himalayan remains approachable for newer or smaller riders, while still being manageable when fully loaded with panniers and gear. Its low seat height, plush ride quality, and smooth, linear power delivery make it one of the most confidence-inspiring small adventure bikes on the market today. And here's the kicker. It starts at just under $6,000 in many markets. That's an incredible value for a machine equally at home navigating urban potholes or tackling remote Himalayan trails. Reliability, ease of maintenance, and a global service network only add to its appeal. The Himalayan 450 blends tradition with thoughtful modernization, tough, capable, and built for real-world adventures. And while this bike leans into heritage, the next one on our list wears high-tech like battle armor. Number 5, Brixton Store 500. The Brixton Store 500 is a bold newcomer in the adventure bike scene, delivering a mix of European flair and practical performance to the small displacement category. Developed by the Austrian KSR Group and manufactured by Gaukin in China, the Store 500 combines rugged, rally-inspired design with modern technology that punches well above its weight class. At its heart is a 486cc parallel twin engine, producing around 47 horsepower and 33 lb-ft of torque. That's more than enough to handle city commutes and weekend dirt detours with confidence. A 6-speed transmission ensures smooth, responsive gear changes across varying terrains. Tipping the scales at roughly 430 pounds wet, the store finds a solid balance between off-road stability and on-road agility. The suspension setup includes a 43mm inverted front fork and a rear monoshock, both with adjustable preload to adapt to different riders and loads. Its adventure-ready build is backed by a 19-inch front and 17-inch rear-spoked wheels, wrapped in dual-purpose tires, ideal for switching between pavement and trail. With a 5.3-gallon fuel tank, this bike is ready to go the distance on extended rides without constantly looking for a gas station. On the tech side, the store doesn't cut corners. It features a full-color TFT display, LED lighting, and switchable ABS, delivering modern safety and rider convenience. The bodywork carries a distinct rally look, with sharp angular lines and a high-mounted front fender that gives it real off-road attitude. And the best part? The Brixton Store 500 is priced just under $6,000, making it one of the best value-packed entries in the 2025 adventure bike market. For riders looking for style, substance, and off-road chops without draining their bank account, this bike delivers. But if the Brixton's performance edge feels a bit too aggressive for your taste, the next bike trades off-road punch for classic Honda comfort. Number 4. Honda CB500X. This is the workhorse of the small adventure motorcycle world, built for the road, steady as a rock, and smooth as your granddad's favorite bourbon. The CB500X is powered by a 471cc parallel twin engine, delivering 50 horsepower and 32 pound-feet of torque. It's the most relaxed highway cruiser on this entire list, handling long-distance rides with absolute ease. Tipping the scales at 434 pounds wet, it's one of the heaviest in the small displacement class. But that extra weight pays off when you're chewing up highway miles. It keeps the bike planted, stable, and confidence-inspiring, without the twitchiness you often get from lighter frames. Whether you're riding 2-up with luggage or just flying solo toward the coast, this one's built to go the distance. The CB500X comes equipped with a wide, comfortable seat, a windshield that actually works, and of course Honda's legendary reliability. It might not be the flashiest bike in your garage, but it'll start every time, ride anywhere, and never let you down. Seat height is a manageable 32.7 inches, making it approachable for a wide range of riders. It also boasts a generous 17.5-liter, 4.6-gallon fuel tank, giving you serious range before needing to stop for gas, over 250 miles in real-world riding. This is the bike for the commuter who rides hard on weekdays and escapes on weekends. Not everyone needs knobby tires and mud-slinging torque. Some riders just need to get there comfortably, reliably, and without drama, and with the CB500X, you will. Expect to pay around $7,499 for a brand new 2025 model, and it's worth every penny. Expect to pay around $7,499 for a brand new 2025 model, and it's worth every penny. Number 3, Honda CRF300L Rally. This is the undisputed off-road king of the small adventure class. The Honda CRF300L Rally is built to leave the pavement behind and keep going, all the way to the edge of the map. Powered by a 286cc single-cylinder engine, it delivers 27 horsepower and 19.6 pound-feet of torque. Those numbers might not jump off the page, but once you hit the dirt, they hit just right. Where this bike truly shines is in the suspension. You get 10.2 inches of travel both front and rear, more than enough to soak up rocky trails, deep ruts, or surprise log crossings without breaking a sweat. The wheel setup is pure off-road pedigree, 21-inch front and 18-inch rear, just like a full-on enduro bike. Despite its rugged construction, the CRF300L Rally weighs in at just 313 pounds wet, making it one of the lightest bikes in the segment. That means it's flickable, forgiving, and confidence-inspiring, especially when the trail gets tricky. You're also getting a 12.8-liter or 3.4-gallon fuel tank, giving you plenty of range for full-day trail adventures or deep backcountry explorations. Expect to pay around $6,199 for one of these trail dominators in 2025, and honestly, that's a steal for this level of off-road capability combined with surprising daily rideability. Now, it's not built for long-haul freeway slogs, but that's not what this machine is about. If the CRF300L Rally is just a bit too tall for your boots, don't worry. The next bike brings off-road performance in a shorter, more street-friendly package. Number 2, BMW G310 GS. This is the smallest member of the legendary GS family, but don't let that fool you. The G310 GS is no toy. It's a fully capable adventure machine, designed for riders who want that GS flavor without the bulk and weight of the big boys. Powered by a 313cc single-cylinder engine, it delivers 34 horsepower and 21 pound-feet of torque, more than enough to cruise scenic highways, tackle gravel roads, and explore the outer edges of civilization. At just 372 pounds wet weight, the G310 GS is light and maneuverable enough for beginners, yet solid enough to carry luggage and gear for full weekend getaways. Its suspension offers 7.1 inches of travel front and rear, giving it solid bump absorption and off-road capability. The wheel setup includes a 19-inch front and 17-inch rear. A smart compromise that performs well on both pavement and light trails. BMW clearly built this bike with versatility in mind, and it shows. The fit and finish are top-notch, and the styling echoes the larger, legendary GS models. From the first glance, this machine looks and feels like a serious adventure bike. The seat height sits at a comfortable 32.9 inches, making it accessible for most riders, not too low, not intimidatingly high. Its 11-liter fuel tank, or about 2.9 gallons, may seem modest, but for what this bike is built to do, urban exploration, scenic back roads, and occasional dirt trails, it gets the job done. You can typically find the G310 GS in dealerships for just under $5,900, making it one of the most affordable ways to get that coveted GS badge on your tank. Now let's shift gears. From Bavarian smoothness to a Japanese machine that trades a little comfort for a lot more bite. Number 1. Kawasaki Versys X300. For riders seeking a small adventure bike that can handle daily commutes, weekend tours, and light off-road adventures without breaking the bank, the Kawasaki Versys X300 remains a standout choice. At the heart of this machine is a reliable 296cc parallel twin engine, producing a solid 40 horsepower and 19 pound-feet of torque. That's enough grunt to confidently cruise on highways while still being light, agile, and beginner-friendly. Weighing in at just 386 pounds, fully fueled, it's one of the lightest bikes in its class, giving it a nimble feel, especially in urban environments. The seat height of 32.1 inches makes it accessible to most riders, offering a great balance between visibility and control. Suspension-wise, you're looking at 5.1 inches of front travel and 5.8 inches in the rear. Not built for hardcore off-road trails, but more than capable of handling rough pavement and light gravel roads. Its 4.5-gallon fuel tank provides a solid range for longer rides without frequent stops, and the upright ergonomics, wide handlebars, and tall windscreen make highway cruising surprisingly comfortable. One of its biggest strengths? Bulletproof reliability. The Versys X300 is known for being easy to maintain and cheap to run, making it an ideal gateway into the adventure riding world for newer or budget-conscious riders. Expect to pay around $6,199 USD for a brand new 2025 model. A smart, affordable alternative to the larger, pricier adventure bikes on the market. If you're after dependability, comfort, and versatility, without a steep learning curve or a steep price tag, this is your bike. These are the 7 best small adventure bikes to buy in 2025. Did we miss a bike that deserves a spot on this list? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more motorcycle content, and as always, ride safe. See you in the next one.